I'm really getting towards the end of my tether, listening to the never-ending lectures and condescending and patronising, for the most part, crap that comes from activist campaigners and so on, or politicians, while they talk about the plights of minorities simply for the fact that they're a minority within society. I'm not disputing it. There is historic racism and so on. But if there is such a problem within society today, why do these people continue to move here? And I'm expected to believe that poverty is a problem that affects them because of the fact that they are a minority. Get a fucking grip. You know? My whole life I grew up in poverty. My father left when I was a very young child, and my mother was disabled. And you didn't see me crying to the SNP and writing little opinion pieces about poverty, about my skin colour must be the reason. No, it was just life. That's just the cards I was dealt. But yet, the minority community, they've got reasons. Oh, it must be because of their skin colour. And yet, I'm supposed to sit here with a smile on my face and go, diversity is our strength. I mean, really, whose fault is it that these people truly believe that every wrong in their life is the fault of society? Every wrong in their life is the fault of discrimination and racism and so on. It's the very same politicians who not only incentivize a lot of these people to come here, but yet have the audacity to sit there and talk about the wonders of progression and diversity. These same fucking politicians are the very same people that have brainwashed these minorities into thinking that being a minority somehow equates to a second-class citizen, or in some cases a third-class citizen. They make them think the society's got a grudge against them, and that the native population don't like them because they're racist and so on. And in order to see progression and equality in the future, you need to keep voting for them. If not, become a politician yourself, as long as you join the far left progressive way of thinking. You know? Poverty blights lives, reduces opportunities, can have a devastating effect on health and well-being. And Scotland being a dynamic and high-performing 21st century nation, all of our people should be able to share the benefits that it brings us. Well, where the fuck remain? We know that poverty is gendered. Oh, here we go. Oh, well then, fucking hell. I'm learning something new every day. It's gendered now, apparently. I mean, no. This is what happens when these progressive dickheads have too much of a grip on reality. Just because there might be, let's say for argument's sake, more women that happen to be in poverty than men, statistically, it doesn't mean it's a gendered issue. They're not in poverty because they're women. Fucking hell, man. And we know that there's a particular impact on minority ethnic communities. As Kailani notes in her report, minority ethnic women are paying the highest price for the UK government's austerity agenda. The new Poverty and Inequality Commission, which co-chairs, will have an important contribution to making sure that we work towards eradicating poverty and have a specific race and poverty theme. In addition to the actions set out below, the Scottish Government will consider the advice provided by the Commission in due course and take action accordingly. Oh, fucking of course, Helmet Head will. Over a third of people in minority ethnic groups were in poverty after housing costs were taken into account, compared with 80% of people from the white British group. But, oh god, 18% of the white British group were in poverty. But let's not talk about them because there's more minorities that are brown and black in poverty. Must be a systemic issue. Fucking hell. The Poverty and Inequality Commission will consider the issue of race and poverty as part of our work, and we will consider and respond to the advice from the Commission when it is received. Very people that proclaim to be all about progression and inclusion, they seem to be very identitarian, do they not? Or they want to see, or they want to find out and consider the issues of race and poverty and how they intertwine and what they can do to fix these problems within society. And we all know that in order to fix the problems that they think exist in society, they're going to have to follow that same hymn sheet. So they will continue down the lines of identitarianism. They will do things for ethnic minorities because they are either lying to themselves or they genuinely believe it. One of the two. They're lying to people or they genuinely believe it. Sorry. They believe that, possibly, that the reason that people are in poverty is because they are in fact an ethnic minority. So in order to wrong that right, they're going to have to favour these people over the other people that are in poverty. You know, we will ensure that ethnicity is a consideration in the development of the child poverty delivery plan. Oh, that's good of you. The more minorities you let in, the more people you've got to pander to. We will introduce a financial health check service for families who have children, blah blah blah, We will ensure the introduction of the new social economic duty and public bodies will align with the equalities duty. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, get this fucking horse shit. We will ensure that the introduction of the new social economic duty on public bodies will align with the equality duties already placed on public authorities. We recognise the importance of intersectionality. Low income minority ethnic women and minority ethnic disabled people. Oh, for fuck's sake. And the difference between them and a disabled person from Scotland that was born in Scotland that is an ethnic Scottish person. Oh, of course, it's their skin colour. So that by default makes them more oppressed. That somehow by default makes them somehow more downtrodden in society. Now, maybe in your fucking head, that's the way it works. But this is the manipulative, vindictive BS that's directly from the fucking horse's mouth. Pardon my French, I'm starting to get a little irritated reading this crap. This insufferable, condescending pandering. You're an ethnic disabled person, therefore by default you're more hard done by than a disabled Scot. You truly believe that, then you need to take a long hard look at yourself. Maybe not you personally again. The fault lies at the politicians and the charity workers that really care about you. Seem to be rather racist if you ask me, because they seem to see you and all people from your community as an ethnic class, as an ethnic group that needs to be pandered to at every given notice. But do they not think you're capable of doing things on your own? Who knows what goes through these fucking people's heads. We will work with ethnic volunteers and experience panels to help shape the social security system. Oh, because we need the ethnic volunteers and experience panels. God forbid we have Scots on the panel. It has to be ethnic volunteers because, again, for some strange reason, ethnic people speak for ethnic people and whites speak for whites. A very strange concept when you spew out shit regarding progression and inclusion, is it not? Representation seems to be a key theme. It's regression, as far as I'm concerned. Anything but the namby-pamby fucking crap that you all spew out. We will develop a common reporting and evaluation framework as part of the Advice Services Review that will include monitoring of reach and impact in relation to ethnicity and other protected characteristics, because every characteristic that you can think of in Scotland is now protected, bar fucking one. And again, I'm supposed to sit and smile about how wonderful diversity and inclusion is. Well, I'm not really seeing much proof.